This meeting is being recorded.
Wow.
Official.
Tell you
Wow.
about it. All right, let's get rolling.
All right. We got a good turnout. Thank you for everybody that joined. My name is Pete. I'm with the City of Seminole here. I'm one of the co-chairs in the Young Professionals Committee. We're going to kind of go around, introduce ourselves, a couple things going forward. This is somewhat guidelines and information for your first conference. If it's not your first conference, that's great too. Hop in, give us some feedback. Like I said, I'm with the City of Seminole. I've been here 4 years. I've gone to conference 2 times. Each time's been a blast. If you want to just go around, I can't see everybody on the screen, but if you want to kind of go around, do a quick little bio, quick little introduction. If you haven't been at a conference, let us know, and we'll kind of get going.
Now, this is a good way for us to start putting names with faces. So
I can go ahead and start. Good afternoon. My name is Carla. I'm from the city of Fort Lauderdale. I am a recreation program supervisor. This is my first time going to conference, and that's why I'm here. I've been in recreation for a really long time. I started actually when I was 15. As I taught art, I did theater, and then I became a teacher. I was a teacher for 9 years, and then after that, I became full-time with the city of Fort Lauderdale. And that's just a little bit about me. I supervise our teen program. We have a teen program that's at 7 different sites. I also supervise Fit Fort Lauderdale, which is the fitness initiative that Fort Lauderdale started to increase fitness within the city. I also supervise a cultural arts center, and I also have a small community center as well. So that's a bit about me in a nutshell.
I'm kidding.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Nice
being
to
here.
meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you,
You all
Carla.
too. Thank you.
We can figure out.
Okay.
I'll hop on next. My name is Zyra. I'm with the City of Tamarac's Parks and Recreation, so I'm right down the street from you, Carla. Very exciting. I am also part of our Young Professionals work group. We work collectively to get all these initiatives and meetings out there for our young professionals and get more of our young professionals involved in FRPA, which is super exciting. And this is going to be my 3rd or 4th year. I really don't remember right now. One of them was with an aquatic conference. I work with our aquatic center here, and I'm really excited to meet all of you there this year.
They all blurred.
I know.
Anyone hop in? Go right ahead.
Hey, my name is Gerald Richardson with the City of Haines City. Been with Haines City since January, so about eight months or so now. Deputy Director here with Parks and Rec, and looking forward to first conference.
Excellent.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, I'm Steven. Right now I'm with Palm Beach Gardens. Been here around 6-7 months before I was with City of Boca Raton for about 5 years. Don't know what the quality is. I'm on my cell phone because we are doing a lot of updates right now. Our building is about to close, so right now my office is very sparse, but I'm excited to be at the conference for the first time.
Great.
We'll jump in. I'm Angie Hibbard. I am with the City of Winter Haven.
And I'm Natalie Wilson. I'm also at the City of Winter Haven. I'm the Special Events Coordinator.
And I work with our downtown CRA managing projects. Right now we've got a couple parks under construction.
More than a couple.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I'll go next. My name is Sarah. I'm with the City of Largo. This will be my 3rd conference, and I'm also with the Young Professionals helping putting all this together. I'm excited to meet everyone.
My name is Sam. I'm with the Polk County Parks and Recreation, and this will be my first conference as well.
Hello, my name is Oscar Castro. I work for 4C. I'm the facility manager, so it's the first time I'm doing the conference. So nice to meet you guys.
Hello, my name is Eric Jones. I'm with Lake County Parks and Recreation in Northeast Florida. I'm the grounds maintenance superintendent for Parks and Recreation. I've been with them for 17 years. This will be my first year attending the conference.
Awesome.
My name is Sean Alkins. I'm with the Village in West Palm Beach, Florida. I've been in Parks and Rec probably for cumulative about 15 years. Started out with the city of Green Acres, was with the city of Boynton Beach for a while, then did a brief stint for the city of Boca. And now I'm currently here for the Village of Palm Springs. So I'm looking forward to my first.
Welcome. If you joined us a little late, we are introducing ourselves. So I'll go. My name is Charla. I'm with FRPA. So I'll be a new face for some of you, but you do get a bajillion emails from me. So sorry about that. I've been with FRPA for, I don't know, like 8 years now. I've been coming to conference since like 2007 and I love it. And it's so much fun. And I'm so excited to have so many new faces joining us. Somebody's supposed to get on this call right now.
It's your music.
Sorry, Pete and Maren. Hey everyone, my name is Brooke Sproul. I'm with the city of Haines City as well. My deputy Gerald Richardson is here, which is awesome. I'm also a part of the Young Professionals work group. It's been amazing being part of the team and working together to try to create experiences of connection for people throughout FRPA. And so we're excited that everyone is here today and looking forward to getting to know everybody a little bit more.
Hi, everyone. It's Patty Roberts. I'm the deputy director here in the city of Port St. Lucie Parks and Recreation department. I have been in the department in the field for 15 years, all with the department. And I am not a member of the Young Professionals group if your cameras are working. And for those of you who don't have a camera, I am far from a young professional. But I am thrilled to be able to join conference again this year. I've lost track. I'm sorry, Charla, but it's been many times that I've had the pleasure of being at conference. I am so excited to see all the new people and in the chat saying, this is my first time. You guys are in for the opportunity of a lifetime. Please grab it, take a hold of it, go out of your comfort zone, as it is mine, to walk up and meet your colleagues from everywhere else in the state. It really is a wonderful opportunity, but it's up to you to take the reins of that. So we're all here to help you as you come to the first time or maybe second, third, fourth time, but welcome. Thank you for having me.
Glad you're here, Patty. Add whatever you would like as we go through, since you are a conference veteran. A lot of people are introducing themselves in the chat, so make sure you read through that also. Oh, there's a puppy.
Anybody else left? I know, like Charles said somewhere in the chat, but anybody else want to hop in and then we'll get going? Maren, I don't think you said anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I'm there. I'm also on the Young Professionals work group. This is going to be my second conference, so excited about that. I also work for the city of Seminole, and I've been here about 4 years.
Right, and hi everyone. I'm Jacob Baker. I'm with the city of Ocala. I'm a recreation program supervisor. Been here full time for about 5 years, but been with the department for 10 years. I'm also with the Young Professionals work group. This will be my fourth conference, and I'm looking forward to being more involved and seeing everyone.
Anyone else like to introduce themselves?
A lot of cool variety of ages and different entities and cities on this, so it's really cool. If anyone else wants to hop in, go ahead. I just want to add, use this right now before we go forward. You already know some 28 people that hopefully will all be at conference, so there's some familiar faces going in. So kind of use this too to your leverage. Hey, maybe you go on without anyone at your city or your business, and you might know, okay, I saw Maren on that call. Hey, Maren, I saw you. So you'll see at conference, everyone's really friendly, easygoing. So as we go through this chat, just be comfortable with it. There's no such thing as a wrong question. I think with that, we'll go into our next portion.
Before you move on, if you missed it, we do have something called a buddy program at conference. So if you would like to be matched up with somebody who has been at conference before, we have a list of people who are willing to maybe meet with you before conference, have a phone call, or even meet up with you at conference and maybe introduce you to some people or show you the ropes. So if you're interested in that, put that in the chat, put your name in the chat, and I'll connect you with somebody from around the state that you can have an immediate connection with. Right, next, sorry, that's me. Did we say I'm doing what to pack?
No, I'm gonna do what to pack.
Oh yeah, Sarah.
Okay, so definitely at conference, you're gonna have like a lot of different variety of things that we're gonna be doing. So between sessions and socials, and there's other things to do around the whole facility, like swimming and that kind of stuff. So you'll definitely want to pack your toiletries if you're staying overnight. You're gonna want to pack professional attire or whatever. I know that a lot of different cities might have their own expectations of what you're wearing. Like I know like my city that we have a blue shirt day. So I have to make sure I pack my blue shirt. So I match everyone in my city. But it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Business.
Like business casual.
Casual, yeah, business casual. So make sure you pack a lot of that. The socials aren't so much as business. So if you want to bring something that's still, always remember that you're representing your city. So make sure it's still professional, but a little bit more casual. So even like jeans or a cool little space shirt with aliens on it, because we are space theme this year. If you're going to the award banquet, you're definitely going to pack something way more professional. I usually always pack a dress and a blazer. I know there's some guys in here, so maybe even a nice jacket would work. And then if you want to work out or anything, I know that I always pack snacks. There are things in between sessions that you'll be able to go out and buy like a burger for like a quick lunch or something. But I always pack snacks. I go to the store, I buy those. I usually bring my own coffee because there's either Keurigs or coffee pot, depending on which rooms you're in. So I always pack K-pods for me. And then whatever else you think you might want throughout the journey. There's 7-Eleven across the street. So you can always walk over there if you don't have a car or you have a department car. And then there are little restaurants around if you want to go get a quick lunch. And I know on the app that Charla will talk about later, there's a section in there that says, the section over in there that has different restaurants that are kind of close for you guys to go to for like a quick, like Chick-fil-A and that kind of stuff. Anyone can chime in if I miss anything.
We will also have this year for dining during the lunch hours, not on Wednesday, but on Monday, Tuesday. So just Monday and Tuesday, there will be a cash concession kind of table set up in the main area where a lot of your classes are. We give you like an hour or an hour and a half for lunch, like in between your classes each day. So you have plenty of time to get to one of the restaurants, but we also wanted to have food closer to you as well. And we have record numbers for registration this year. So the restaurants handling 1,000 of us all on lunch break at the same time is a lot. So we figured that having the concessions right there where you can grab like a grab and go, they'll have sandwiches, salad, drinks, chips, those kinds of things to kind of just purchase and move on your way. And yes, they do take credit cards at those little kiosks too. So that's a good option. And there will be a coffee kiosk in the morning also. Sarah mentioned coffee. That will open up at 7:30 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and maybe Thursday. So
I also recommend bringing a fillable water bottle. A lot of the sessions have a water station in the back that you can just go fill up that water bottle with. So I always bring my reusable water bottle, and it's good for the environment because they're perks and rec.
Also, I bring a jacket because it does get cold in some of those rooms, so layer up.
That's what I was going to offer, LP. If For those of us who are on the chillier side, definitely bring a sweater.
Yeah, we don't have any control over the environment and climate in a hotel. Anybody else want to chime in with anything they've thought to bring with them?
I don't know if you, I think you said it's a business card, Sarah, but bring those too as a good way to network and just meet fellow people in the field.
I always forget my business cards. We should all just like, as soon as we get off this call, go put them in our bag. All right. All right, moving on. So this is me. So your arrival, when you get to the hotel, you're going to come in. This is a horrible map, and I'm sorry. I wish they had a better one to provide us. But when you enter, you're going to come into this like main hotel area. Can you see my pointer, my mouse? Sweet, perfect. So when you come in, you'll kind of pull in this driveway here. That's where you check into the hotel if you're staying at the hotel. We'll have a little sign up there and maybe a volunteer on Sunday and Monday during the busy times to remind you where to go from there to actually get to the conference center. But that's where you'll check in. That's where most of the rooms will be. If you're in a villa, it's actually way back here in the back of the property. But this is your main check-in. There are parking gates to the right or to the left. So you'll go through those parking gates. If you are staying on site, you'll want to check in first because your room key will get you in and out of those parking gates at no cost. So it's included in your room night. If you are not staying on site with us, then you'll just enter in through one of the parking gates to the right or to the left there, and there will be a $15 per day charge. So take that into consideration when you are planning out your meals, because if you leave to go off site for lunch and then come back, you're going to have to pay that $15 again later at the end of the day. So just kind of keep that stuff in mind if you're not staying on site with us. The $15 is a reduced rate. So normally it's like $28 or something, which this North Florida girl does not understand this parking for paying for parking. We don't do that here. So that's like astronomical to me. But so it's $15. You will have to take your little ticket once you get it to the registration counter, the conference registration counter, and you'll put it in this little machine. It'll print something out on it. And then when you go to check out, you'll have that reduced rate. We do suggest that you try to check out. There's like these kiosks in the conference center that you can pay for your parking in there. So instead of like holding everybody up and trying to figure out how to pay for it at the gate, it's so much easier to just do it inside at the kiosk and then scan that thing as you're leaving. You also will get a receipt if the machine is working correctly. So you'll get that receipt right away. And if you don't, then you have the ability to take a picture of the screen so that you can at least have that for your backup for payment. So these are just some little tips we've learned over the years as far as like, if you're not staying on site and you have to pay for that parking, try to keep those things in mind. So as you arrive, like I said, you're either going to go to the left or the right. The convention center is this whole building back here. So you can park out here anywhere you want, closer to your room if you want, or closer to the convention center. Our main activities are all in this area over here. So we're basically in the Grand Sierra Ballroom, Antigua, Bonaire, and Curacao. You can't really see those, but those are those hallways there. And then the Palms Ballroom. The registration, so where you check in, is right in this area. So there are doors here and here. There'll be a welcome banner hung up over here. You can go right under the welcome banner, and then you'll be right where you need to be. We have all kinds of signage, thanks to our host and hospitality team, of which Sarah is a part of this year, directing us to all the different classrooms. So you'll see these big giant meter signs. They're like, I don't know, 3 meters really. And those will help direct you to some of those more obscure classrooms as you are making your way throughout the whole thing. The main activities, so our general sessions, the socials, the banquet, those all take place in this Grand Sierra Ballroom. So that's going to be a place you're going to visit a lot. Kind of keep that in mind. There are some classes in these back classrooms, but the main of our activities are all right here. Registration is right inside the door here. And then these hallways are what you need to know the most. Antigua, Bonaire, and Curacao. And if you remember, they go A, B, C. So that might help you as you're looking for your next classroom. Oh, I'm in Bonaire, that's the middle one. And then you can find your classroom. So that's a nice, fun, helpful tip also. And then the exhibit hall, which is like Sarah mentioned, on Monday evening and Tuesday morning, that all takes place down here in the Palms Ballroom. So we have over 140 exhibitors. We're completely sold out. Lots of fun, different companies represented in there. If you have not told us yet that you want to come to that with your ticket survey, and I'll come back to that in a minute, make sure you add those onto your ticket survey so that you can come in there and eat and enjoy visiting with the exhibitors and vendors. The villas, like we said, are all back here. So if your group got a villa, that's like an apartment essentially with 2 bedrooms, you'll be able to just enter through some doors down here and then walk along this long hallway all the way down to where the conference stuff is happening. And again, there'll be signage all along the way to help you out with that. Any questions on the actual like layout? As far as check-in for registration, once you arrive at the check-in counter, there'll be lines. You'll see all the people. I will tell you that Monday morning is the most busy. So if you think about it and you're there on Sunday evening, we'll be open from 4 to 7. It's a lot more relaxed. You can come down and get your stuff, you get a fun bag. We have more bag stuffers this year than we've had in many years. So lots of fun things in your bag. You'll get your name badge, which you have to have on at all times when you're at conference. And you'll also receive any of the meal tickets that you have pre-registered for. So you have all seen the flurry of emails probably coming out about the meal survey, how we've been kind of hounding you about it. And I'm really sorry, but we do. So if you have a full registration, the exhibit hall, both times it's open, and the banquet are included in your registration. But we like to make sure that you're for sure coming to those things, because if not, then we waste food. And so we want to make sure that we put the correct tickets in your bag. So if you have not yet answered that survey, either from me, from SurveyMonkey and me, or if you have a daily registration, you received a questionnaire from Eleanor, please make sure you answer that today, like when we're done with this call. And, or if you would like to make a change on that after hearing some of this information and you would like to come to the banquet, or you would like to go to both instances of the exhibit hall, please just reach out to me and let me know, and we'll make that change for you. If you don't do that before like the end of this week, then we won't have those tickets for you in your packet. So make sure that you really consider those things. Sorry, I didn't mean to switch that so quickly. There is food in the exhibit hall grand opening, and there's a cash bar in there. So that's kind of a fun, chill time. You can almost eat a dinner in there, but we don't consider it a meal, like a true meal. And then Tuesday morning, there is breakfast. There are breakfast items, like a buffet breakfast items that you can grab and eat. And there's coffee in there also. So, and that's all included in your full registration. So take full advantage of those times to be together and just eat. It's good food. Any questions on any of those items before I move on to the app? Because this one, I feel like there's always questions. All right. Moving on to the app. So this QR code, I think now that I say that, I think this just opens the regular website. So if that's not where you want to go, yeah, that's the web-based version of the app. So you can get a quick look at what the conference looks like. You can scan that QR code and check that out. Otherwise, if you would like to actually download the mobile app to your phone so that it's available to you, this is where you can make selections for your schedule. So all of the classes are listed there. All the information about speakers is listed there. We'll have all the handouts listed in there. So if there's a particular session you'd like to follow along with the presentation on, those will all be linked in the app. All the participants are in there, so you can connect with other participants. The exhibitors are in there. You can connect with other exhibitors. It's just like basically a program booklet is all on your phone in this app. So I'm going to share my phone screen with you real quick and just show you a little bit of that. Okay. I don't know why Becky's picture is always right there on my screen. The FRPA app is that one down there in the bottom right corner that says FRPA. Imagine that. When you go to your app store, you will search for Event Essential. And I know that's kind of weird, but that's the name of our app, Event Essential. It's like essential, but with event in front of it. And you'll download it. It'll be a little green E. You'll download that to your phone. And then you're going to need to search for organization. So the organization is FRPA. And once you find FRPA, you'll select that organization, and then it's going to switch the app icon to look just like on my screen there. It says FRPA, and it's our fun green color. So you'll open that up and you will log in. You'll log in with email. So it will send you a link to your email based on the email address that you sent in when you registered for conference. So you may have given us your work email address, or you may have given us a personal one, whichever one you put in that field for use for app. That's the one that's been uploaded in here. If you have trouble with one or the other, or you would like for me to switch it, just shoot me an email. That's a super easy fix. We're going to have some app ambassadors on site that can help fix those things kind of as we're going along. They'll have identification on their name badge. They'll have a little thing clipped to them saying they can help you with the app. So stop them and ask. We depend on this so much for up-to-date information. We want everybody to have the access to it and the ability to use it. So if there's anything inhibiting you from using it, please, please, please check in with one of us and we'll try to make it work for you. So once you're all logged in, you can see my dashboard here is kind of just going through all the things that I've done. So I've selected a few events and I've selected a few classes. I've had a conversation with one of the attendees. Any new messages are going to pop up here, and then any notifications are also going to pop up here. So, and it's always going to tell you what you have coming up next, right on your home screen there. The most helpful thing, I think, is the schedule tab. So that's the second one over there. And you can see I have selected some classes. That's why these are pink. So as I unselect them, they go away. And the reason I don't see anything here is because I have a filter of selected. So as you add classes to your agenda, you just click the little check mark there and it puts it. I suggest you all actually access that one, the conference GPS, because we want you all to go to that as well. So you just click that little thing and then it makes your own schedule. You can filter by selected and it'll show you just your schedule there. So see, super easy. Go into one of the classes. It shows you about the speaker, tells you more about the class itself. Under resources is where those handouts will be linked. We don't have them up quite yet because we're still collecting them. So once those get in there, you'll see links to either the presentation or any handouts that the presenter has provided to us to give you. And then moving on. So then the exhibitors, same kind of a thing. If there are some specific exhibitors that you want to make sure that you see, you can check mark them also. And you can just say, hey, I want to make sure that I go see them. If you've already talked to them, you can double check it. And then you have your people that you've visited. You can make your own list that way. And you can also, I'll show you later, you can also scan their QR code and be put on their like lead list also. Notifications will all be right here. That little red dot that is so annoying on your phone, you know, when you have something new, that will pop up there under notifications. Whenever we send out a notification, we try not to send out too many. You'll get a couple a day. I'm not going to pretend like you don't, but you get a couple a day. You can always turn those off. And they will still show new under your notifications, but we just send out some reminders of like the exhibit hall opening or closing. We have the auction that'll be happening while we're on site there. Just some of those reminders so that you don't miss out on anything. And then under the More tab, there's a lot more. So it really should just say a lot more. This is where you can organize your own profile. So you click in there and you can set up your own profile information. You can add whatever you would like in there. If you don't want your phone number in there, or you don't want your email address in there, you can make all of those things so that no one else can see them. That is no problem at all. If you are, or one of your friends are having trouble with like the actual app itself, you can change the event up here. So they may be in like the 2022 conference and that might be showing up right there. They can always click back into this conference. So if you accidentally get lost somewhere in there, that's kind of how you do that. And then I won't go through every single one of these, but basically any of the information that you need to know while you're at conference is right in here. You also can see where it says scan QR code down here. So if I click on that, it opens a camera and it shows on that bottom left corner, that's my personal QR code. So when you open yours, that's your personal QR code. So if you want to exchange business cards with somebody, say you do forget your business cards, you can do that, exchange business cards. And then everyone's business card that you collected will be in your registrant bag. So like I have one in here just because I tried it with Eleanor the other day and I got her contact information. Same thing with exhibitors. So I checked in with one of our exhibitors who had their QR code up at their booth and it put it in my registrant bag here to check in with later. We are not using session check-ins, so that will not be there. That was just a trial run that I was doing, so just ignore that. And then, like I said, everything else on here, how you can get plugged into volunteering, the Wi-Fi info will be on there, those dining options that Sarah mentioned, all that kind of stuff is all on here. So if you have any questions, that's there. I think there's some contact. Yeah, need help. You can always contact me through that need help button and I'll try to help you out from there. And I think that is it on the app. Do we have any questions on the app? If you have trouble, obviously let me know. You can do like a hard reset on your account. We can, I can send you a link that expires in 60 minutes kind of a thing. Anything I can do to get you into the app, I will do.
Charlotte, I got a question.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just quick question. Do we need to sign up for, whatever classes we want to take on the app, or obviously as we're there at the conference, we can attend whatever classes, that we choose that we want to attend?
Yeah, you do not have to pre-register for them on the app. You can go to whichever classes you'd like when you're there on site. There is one class that has limited materials. It's that, it's a STEM class. So that one we may be limited to who has pre-registered. We'll give them a list of who has selected that class ahead of time. But other than that, everything else is free will.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking that. All right. Service project.
Okay. Thank you, Charlotte. That was really helpful information right away. I downloaded the app. I remember having it from last year and also luckily it was in my cloud with everything. So that is super helpful information. Now on to our service project. This year we are partnering up with Feeding America. So it's our second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. We are accepting donations at conference. So if you get with your municipality and start collecting now, or if you have, great. We're accepting non-perishables from canned goods and grains, rice, pastas, cereals, any protein foods are accepted as well. Along with that, they're also accepting online donations. We have a QR code that we'll have set up at the table. And also if you look at the website, at our FRPA website, there is a link where you can do some donations. And we have been fortunate enough that we have had some donations already, monetary donations that would go to the organization. If you have some of your people in your municipality that are not going, but still have them help us for our service project, it's always really good that we have an opportunity to give back to Central Florida as well.
And I'll chime in on that. There was a slide that was made that will be playing through the whole conference time. And there are a couple QR codes on there. One QR code is if you have a downtime, a good way to meet people and connect with people is volunteering. So there'll be a QR code that you can scan and it will bring you to a sign up sheet that you can sign up right then and there to volunteer for something. And also the service project that she was just talking about. If you scan the QR code, it brings you right to the page where you can donate cash if you don't have cans. So that will be on a slideshow playing throughout the whole conference.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, and that also chimes into volunteering. I know that there was an email that we need the volunteers. If you are going to go to one of those classes to talk about CEUs, how to sign up for that, also to do check-ins or registration, we need the volunteers. Oh, thank you, Charla. She sent the link.
Yes, it is a really great way to get plugged in quickly. And it's not like a whole lot of pressure. So you can like volunteer at registration or volunteer at the VO speaker check-in area, and you'll meet cool people, and it's kind of chill. So consider that. All right, what to expect?
Yes. On
Besides
to
all the stuff we've already told you.
Yeah, you did an amazing job doing bits and pieces of what to expect. And also I'm going to have everybody who's been there, if I have not said something, to mention something. First and foremost, definitely attend Conference GPS. This is a great session, first thing Monday morning at 8 a.m. That gives you the ability, if you're a first time FRPA conference goer, it gives you like the ins and out of what to expect at FRPA. So it's in addition to this, so don't miss that out. Along with that, a little bit was mentioned about our exhibit hall. We have our exhibit hall starting up on Monday evening. You do need a ticket to go there. Also, it closes up on Tuesday morning as well. We have socials, which is a fun way to connect with everybody. We have a few new ones and different ones. Our theme for this year is out of this world, and we have a fun games and meet and greet on Monday evening, and then on Wednesday it'll be all space theme with the cash bar and games as well. Also, if you can chime in a little bit on Tuesday evening, we have a little bit more of a networking one that we have. It's right after our Tuesday general session, which is something new this year, and it'll be an opportunity for networking. And that's why it's so important to bring in those business cards and meet up with everyone, which is great as well. And don't forget, one of the most important reasons why we go is for those courses, to get your CEUs or just to learn and gain more information, what's going out on our fields and programmings. If you specialize in aquatics, sports, out on the fields, events, there's something for everyone. And also it expands your knowledge if you see potential in leadership roles or moving up and seeing what is expected in there as well, which are great opportunities to meet other people and also what can help you grow and develop your profession as well.
Very nicely put. If I can jump in about that Tuesday afternoon thing, that is new this year. Many of you, if this is your first conference, you're going to be like, that's not new. That's just what conference is now. But on Tuesday afternoon, we are going to have kind of a state of FRPA address kind of a thing, which is different. We have not done that. And so it's going to be just a lot of time. So when I was in the field, FRPA was just conference. So like anytime you said, oh, I'm going to FRPA this year. And now that I work here, I'm like, wait, then you're coming to the office? No, we're going to conference. So those were like one and the same for me. But we have a whole year of stuff that we do throughout the year. And we work on committees, and we have our pillars that we work through, and we work with our membership, and we connect people. We have legislative priorities. We have all kinds of stuff that we do throughout the year. And we want to share with you those successes for the past year, as well as opportunities for this coming year and some of the vision that is coming for this coming year. So that's what Tuesday afternoon is all about. We're also going to honor some of our award winners on Tuesday afternoon. So we used to have all of our awards at the banquet, and it was very long, and not everybody just got all of the recognition that they deserved. So we're trying to split them out a little bit, give our agency awards. There's 7 of those. So those will be given on Tuesday, where we will it's innovative programming and public relations. Patty, I saw you got scared there for a second. It's innovative programming and public relations. Those will be given out on Tuesday at that session. And then afterwards, we're going to have a happy hour that started out as a networking thing, but will also be kind of a celebration for those agencies that won those awards in those categories. So please join us for that Tuesday afternoon session. You do have to go to the session to come to the happy hour part, so keep that in mind. Yeah, come to that. my next, yeah, CEUs. So CEUs, you probably keep hearing us say this weird word. That means continuing education units or credits, if you have a different way of saying it. Those support the national certification of certified public or certified Parks and Recreation professional and certified Parks and Recreation executive, as well as other certifications that you may hold. So these directly relate to NRPA's certifications. You don't have to like pay extra to have them count towards your continuing education. But I'm sorry. But if you need the record of attendance for these sessions for any certification that you hold, or even for your agency, if you have to like prove that you were at the sessions, then you're going to want to pay attention to this part. So each session will have a QR code. We're QR code crazy this year, but there will be a QR code at the end of each presentation. So about 10 minutes before the session ends, you'll see a QR code pop up on the screen in their presentation, and you'll scan that with your camera on your phone or your iPad or whatever your mobile device is. And that will open up into a link for the survey for the class. You'll complete the survey. You'll have to put your name, I think your agency, and then your email address where you want your record of attendance sent. And then you don't have to fill out the survey, but we would really like for you to provide us that feedback, and you have to push submit at the end. Otherwise it won't go through to us. So if you need any kind of record for going to your classes, make sure that you scan that QR code and completely go through that process. This is a test one, so you can test it out if you want to and fill out the little survey and submit it. It just has on there a question about how did this work for you, and then has your name. And then if you had trouble, it has me contact you. So test it out, try it out. If you have trouble, there are verification officers in each room, and they will be able to help you out with that more. Your CEUs, or record of attendance, will be emailed to you probably the day of the class. So with this new program, we're able to almost immediately send you back out the record of attendance, which is super cool. It used to take hours for us to reconcile this stuff, days, like we wouldn't get it done till October something usually. So this is a very cool, fancy way of us doing that, being able to do that this year. So you should get those records as we go through conference. If you notice that you're missing something, by the time you get like the next week after conference, you can contact us and we can see what we can do about that. Any questions on CEUs?
I don't have a question on CEUs, but I will say, especially for those surveys, it's a good thing for like the education committee when they look at those surveys to kind of know what other sessions that you guys might want the following year. So that would really help them and FRPA to kind of decide on what sessions to bring to FRPA. So you're actually getting the maximum that you want at the conferences.
Excellent point. Yes, that's first and foremost what those are for. We just got to default to the CEUs. But yes, we need the feedback. The speakers want your feedback too. We always share with the speakers a summary of the evaluations, so they get that feedback also. Thanks, Sarah. All right, and our last slide is questions. Ooh. And thank you. Any other questions or comments even?
I'll throw a comment in there. I'm going to plug the Young Professionals course that Marin and Sarah are running. If you guys want anything to do that Monday at 1:30, they'll have some fun icebreakers, good speakers, and just more way to network. So that 1:30 session that Monday, Hey Young Professional, it's a great way to get involved. Come check that out.
Anyone else have anything to add or ask about? Don't be scared. Did anyone join later that didn't get to introduce themselves?
I joined later, but I can get with our.
Oh, do you want to introduce yourself and say hi to us?
Yes, I am Sam Monroe with the City of Tamarack. I'm a site supervisor here at the center.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm Sonia with Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation. This is my first trip to FRPA, so I'm really excited.
Yay. We are too. One last plug for the buddy thing. If anybody wants a buddy, shoot your email in the chat there and let me know.
Charlotte, if I may, it's Patty, Port St. Lucie again. The only thing, and I don't want to sound like the old lady or the grandma in the room, but I really want to, I hear so many people saying this is my first time. And I really want, hopefully my experience to resonate with everyone here whose first time or second time is coming. The first FRPA conference I went to was in 2012. And I remember that like yesterday, because I remember going thinking, okay, bring it to me. And that's not, for me, that's not what the conference is. The conference is me coming to my colleagues. And so it is not in my makeup, if you will, to be an extrovert. That's not who I am, believe it or not. So I really have to stretch myself. But honestly, you guys, if it's your first, second, whatever time, get out of your comfort zone. Make sure that you walk up to someone and say, hey, I'm Patty, and this is, you know, my first experience here, and meet people, because that really is for me the value. The absolute is value of conference is all of the networking that you're going to get, and you will meet colleagues that you will, I guarantee, reach out to within the next days, weeks, certainly a year ahead, and say, hey, in Port St. Lucie, we do it this way. Hey, you know, Charlotte, how are you doing it over there in Largo? You know, it's just invaluable for meeting people. And I know it's not comfortable, but, you know, do it. Force yourself 4 times, 6 times a day at conference to step out, and you will definitely get value from this conference. Thanks for listening to me.
That is such a great point, Patty. When you pick up your tickets at the conference, you'll also have the opportunity to grab a first timers ribbon that you can put on your name badge, and you can wear that, and that kind of identifies you. There are some people who will seek you out, and definitely, or even like first timer to first timer, be like, oh, hey, you want to do this together? Okay. So yeah, definitely grab one of those and feel the confidence that you're with your people. You know, it's fun.
Anybody else? If not, real quick, I just want to say, have fun, enjoy it. If you see Charla or Eleanor, give them a big shout out, a big thank you. They work so hard every year on this, so give them a big prop. So we appreciate you guys.
Thank you for saying that, but you can just give me a high five and keep going. I have to know what the puppy dog's name is though, because I keep seeing him. Do you guys see him?
His name's Walker.
Walker. He's giant.
German short-haired pointer.
All right. Any other questions? Thank you so much to the Young Professionals Group for hosting this. We kind of throw it at them each year, and they just take it and they do it, and they do a really great job. They're excited about conference, so it's fun to have them share with you about how great conference is. So thank you all so much for helping and for presenting these items. We really appreciate it. And thank you all for joining us. We will see you in a week and a couple days. Yay! Bye.
Thank you.